Hey there YouTube. So I got myself a mini computer. I'm gonna go ahead and take it out right now and check it out. This is supposed to be a Windows 10 Pro Intel Celeron, but a good Celeron, not a crappy one. It's a pretty nice, decent processor. Computer with built-in graphics, and the idea is to use this for my TV as a general computer, as well as for retro games and for Kodi. And so right now it comes pre-installed with Windows 10 Pro, I believe, and I'm gonna have to make sure of that. But also it has space for a M.2 SSD, so I'm gonna go ahead and pop in an M.2 SSD at some point and install, I don't know how to say it exactly, but I believe it's called Lakka or Lakka, L-A-K-K-A. I'll have the description below, in the description of this video, I mean. And I'm also going to install LibreELEC for the Kodi part of this. But for now, I'm just going to open it up, hook it up, see if Windows 10 works, and then we'll go on from there. Just want to make sure it's going to work and that it's a decent computer and that everything works as it's specified in the description when I bought this. So it looks like a pretty neat, clean packaging. It's kind of a no brand name sort of computer, so I'm really hoping I didn't risk anything here and that it works correctly. So here's the user guide. This is product model GN41. This is actually a very popular product on Amazon. It had a lot of reviews, a lot of good reviews. That's why I took the chance on it. And I just generally liked the specs and how it looks as well. So let's go ahead and open it up. What's this? Looks like we get an HDMI cable. 2 of them, I think. Yeah, they are both HDMI. And we got ourselves a power adapter. Let's see what it says here. 12 volts, 2000 milliamps, so not bad. Looks like it's just a basic power adapter. Yeah, that's pretty much it. And then we got ourselves a mount. This is if you want to mount this little tiny computer behind a monitor. So you could do that actually. And since it's so small, it'll just fit right behind the monitor and you won't even notice it. Other than the fact that actually in the reviews it said that this gets pretty loud. So that's I'm hoping it's not as loud as people claim it is on the review page. Looks like we got feet so that you could put it down on a surface and it won't scratch. So let's go ahead and open up the bag and see what it looks like. It's the bottom side. That's the front. Looks like we got a USB-C, 2 regular USBs, I think it's 3.0. We got a SD card slot right here, which is actually pretty sweet. Might use that a lot. Got a power button. Not sure what the dot's for. It could be infrared, I'm not sure. See, in the back we got the power. Looks like that might be a reset pinhole. We got ourselves a VGA, HDMI, LAN. I believe it's 1 gigabit per second, up to 1 gigabit from what I remember. And we got 2 regular USB ports, as well as a headphone jack, which I presume most people would probably use with just regular external speakers, something like this. So we have holes here for air circulation, and in the reviews it says there's a fan inside, and that's what's loud apparently. Also, down here we could open this compartment and get access to the hard drive. I'm going to go ahead and open it just to see what it looks like, but I'm not really going to do much with the hard drive right now. But I do want to open the whole thing at some point and look at what kind of M.2 slot there is in here, so I can install myself a second M.2 SSD drive. So let's open it up and see what it looks like. Alright, so I got myself a screwdriver. Looks like we only need to undo 2 screws. 1 and 2. Okay. Let's see, how do we open this up? Let's see if I can just drop it. There it goes. Alright, so looks like it doesn't actually come with the hard drive. That's kind of concerning. It's supposed to have had a hard drive inside. Huh. Kind of weird. Alright, well, let's see if we could open it up even more. Perhaps the hard drives... You know what? I'm going to go ahead and hook it up and see if it boots. If it boots into Windows, it's very possible that an M.2 drive is already installed with Windows on it, and that this compartment's only for adding additional hard drive within. But I was under the impression that the hard drive would come with it and that it would have Windows 10 installed on it, but it's very possible that they instead included an M.2 that's inside with Windows on it. So without really opening it up completely, I'm going to go ahead and just hook it up and see how it looks. If it boots into Windows, then I'm pretty certain it's got an M.2 inside. So let's try that. Alright, so I've got it hooked up underneath my TV. This is the HDMI cable, and I'm going to go ahead and hook up the power cable right now. I also have this guy right here, which is the wireless adapter portion for this keyboard here. So if it does boot into Windows, I'll be able to hopefully control it with this guy. So let's go ahead and pop in the power. Alright, so far it doesn't turn on its own, so let's press the power button. Alright, I see a little bit of a blue light underneath that I just saw turn on. Let's see if it boots into anything. So far, doesn't look like it's doing much. Change the source. Aha! So we got ourselves a nice little boot screen. And it's doing stuff. So far it's a good sign. There we go. Yep, there's Windows. So it does have Windows installed. I'll go ahead and install LibreELEC and Lakka, or Lakka, however you say that, and so I could install some retro games on this as well as have Kodi run on it. But for now, I'm happy with Windows. Seems to be working, so I'm happy with that. So here's a quick thing I discovered while trying to use this. Trying to set up Windows. Is it comes up with Cortana, and it's supposed to help you along the way to set up Windows via voice. And what I realized actually is that little hole right here, it's a microphone. So that's where it listens on your voice. So that's unexpected. That's actually really cool. I didn't know this thing had a microphone built into it. And so that's pretty awesome. So I'm able to use Cortana and just use my voice and answer questions so that it could set Windows up for me. So another thing is that it comes with Wi-Fi built in. So what I mean is it comes with the Wi-Fi adapter built in to the motherboard, I'm assuming. And so it can connect to your Wi-Fi network. You don't need to have like a separate dongle for Wi-Fi or anything like that. So it has a built-in Wi-Fi.
Now let's see what's new from Windows. Next up, the legal stuff. In short, you'll need to select Accept to use Windows. You can decline, but then, no Windows.
So I'm at the portion where it's showing me the terms and agreement part. And what you heard there a moment ago was Cortana just explaining what screen I'm on and what it's being presented to me. So this is actually the first time I'm setting up Windows on a computer. Not Windows, but Windows 10 on a computer. And I had no idea that they've switched over to this sort of account-based usage where you need to sign in to use your operating system. However, I'm seeing this link down here. It says offline account. So I'm going to give that a try, and I'm hoping it lets me use Windows without having to sign in or just be connected to any Windows accounts. So let's see if that works.
You're about to set up an offline account, but I wanted to make sure you know, Windows works way better with a Microsoft account. Do you want to do that instead? Type what you want to name your account.
So that's pretty awesome that it let me go ahead and go on with everything. Kind of similar to Android. If you don't want an Android account or a Google account to sign into your phone, you could actually use your phone without an account. You just won't have access to things like the App Store and so forth. And I'm assuming that's going to be what Windows does here. It's not going to give me access to like the App Store, and it's just going to make things a little bit difficult for me to do. So another thing that's being asked of me is to give Cortana permission to access my information. Very similar to Android, where the Google Assistant needs as much information about you as it can access to give you better answers when you ask questions, or to be able to know, like for example, if you say navigate home on your phone, it should be able to know where you live and just navigate there automatically, things like that. But since this is just going to be sitting here in front of my TV, I don't see a reason why I should give any like personal information to it. I'm not going to use it for too many things. So I'm going to go ahead and decline Cortana here to access my information. I'm going to go ahead and click decline down here and continue on.
Windows can save your spot in apps, files, and websites, so you can keep doing what you were doing, even when you switch devices. Just choose yes to sync your activities.
So here we have ourselves another one of those sort of personal information access stuff. It just wants to be able to sync your information so that across different devices, it'll be able to basically carry on your over multiple devices and be able to know who you are and what you like to do, where your favorite websites are, and all that stuff. And so I'm going to go ahead and decline this as well. Again, this is just a general computer that I'm going to put in front of this TV that the whole family can use. So it's not some sort of personal device like a phone that I'm going to be carrying around and using personally. So I'm going to go ahead and decline this as well and click no.
These are the settings Microsoft recommends. Go ahead and review them and select accept when you're ready.
All right, so we have online speech recognition. Use your voice for dictation and talk to Cortana and other apps that use Windows cloud-based speech recognition. So I don't really like Cortana much. I'm going to click no on that. We have find my device, turn on find my device and ask the location. This device is always going to be in front of the TV, so I'm going to click no for that. We have inking and typing, sending inking and typing data to Microsoft to improve language recognition. Again, we don't need stuff like this, so I'm going to click no. Location, get location-based experience like decorations and weather. This might be useful to some degree, but I really doubt that this device even has GPS inside. So I'm going to go ahead and click no. Diagnostic data, send all basic diagnostic data online from websites, browse. No, I don't see a reason why we should do that either. Well, it doesn't really turn it off completely, but anyways. What else we got here? Select learn more for info on the above settings, how Windows Defender Smart works, and learn more. Tailored experience, let Microsoft offer tailored experience. I'm going to go ahead and click no on this as well. Apps can use advertising to provide more personalized. No. I really hope that there is no advertising in Windows just off the bat. I mean, you're technically supposed to be paying for this, and that's what, I mean, even when you buy a PC that comes with Windows, you are paying for Windows. It's just included in the cost. So I really hope they don't just throw advertisements at me for something I paid for, you know? And go ahead and click accept.
Almost done now. We just need to get a few more things polished up for you, and Windows will be all yours. Looking forward to helping out.
Alright, so in order to open this up, we're going to need to take off these little padded feet. We're going to go ahead and pull these off, and to gain access to the screw to unscrew the cover off. So basically you're going to take that off like that, and we could then afterwards reuse the new ones they gave us so that we could put it back. If you're careful with it, you could probably reuse these, but we'll see. So the main reason I'm opening this up is to see if the storage space that Windows is installed on if that's onboard storage, part of the motherboard, or if there's an M.2 drive inside. If there is no M.2 drive, I'm going to take advantage of it and install my own M.2 drive with the LibreELEC and Lakka on it. So it looks like I can't really fit this in there. I'm gonna go ahead and go find myself a skinnier screwdriver. Be right back. Alright, got myself a smaller screwdriver, or a thinner one, and it fits just fine. Doesn't seem to want to come apart. See if I could pry it a little bit with this guy. That seems to be working, kind of. I believe you have to kind of... Seems like you might have to pop it out. So yeah, you're gonna need some sort of plastic pry tool like this one to open something like this, because there it goes. Yeah, see this little part right here that hooks into right there. So that's very easy to break. So you guys have to be very careful when opening this. There's one on this side and one on this side. There's a couple over here. So yeah, there's these little things right here everywhere, so you have to kind of pry it open. Alright, so immediately we could see something, and well, this is for the hard drive. Let's see what else we got. So we have 1, 2, 3 screws here, so let's go ahead and take those apart. Something's holding it in. Yes, definitely have to be careful with this. There we go. Alright, so the part you want to pull out first is the part that's in the front that has the USB-C and all that. Once you get that out, you could slide it forward to get all these ports out of the way, and then you could slide it out just like that. Be very careful, there's something stuck right here. It looks like it's probably like the Wi-Fi antenna or something, so try not to pull that out. Alright, there we go. So, just as I thought, well, I wasn't sure, but here's the M.2 drive port and the screw here to sit the other end of your drive against. So this thing actually has two expandable places. You could either have an M.2, or you could go ahead and mount a hard drive via this port here. So that is actually freaking awesome. So not only does it have Windows installed on board, on the onboard storage, but it gives you access. I mean, it gives you the ability to install an M.2 as well as a hard drive. So that is pretty awesome. I think that's pretty cool. I'm gonna definitely be installing an M.2, and let's see how it goes. I might even go ahead and install a hard drive as well. But for now, I'm super happy with how this thing is designed. As you can see, there's no fan in it. It's fanless, and I noticed that when I turned it on and I was checking it out on the TV, there was no sound whatsoever. So the reviews that say that this thing is loud are either wrong, or maybe they're referring to a different product, or perhaps an older version of this product. I'm not sure. I will have the exact same link I used to buy this on Amazon in the description of this video. So if you guys are interested in this particular one that I just opened up and I'm reviewing, I recommend you use that link, because there's many products that look exactly like this one. And so maybe one of those have the fan, I'm not sure. But yeah, so this thing is fanless, and it's got an M.2 port, just as it says it would, and it's got the hard drive expansion as well. Port right here, I believe that's SATA, pretty sure it is. And so, yeah. Alright, so I'm gonna go ahead and leave this open, and I'm gonna go ahead and make another video as soon as I get the M.2 drive, and I'll make a video about how to install the drive, as well as how to install Lakka and LibreELEC, or LibreELEC, and how to dual boot or triple boot between all three of those operating systems. Thanks for watching. If you have any questions about this product, or something you guys are more interested in that I could take a look at and respond, feel free to ask as many questions as you like, and leave comments. If you guys want to go ahead and see more videos about this and the future videos that I'm going to release, please subscribe to this channel, and you will be able to easily find those videos, and you'll be notified when I release them. And please give me a thumbs up if you like this video, and thank you very much for watching. Goodbye.